Okay, so today we're going to be going through how visual information is processed. It's going to be a simplified diagram, but it should help you remember some parts of it, hopefully. We're going to start just by drawing our eyeballs. Actually, I'm going to move this down a little. You don't need to have it this high up. And dry that off. I'm going to move it down here. This will be the left eye. What else will draw? Left eye, and this will be the right eye. Now, in front of your eyes, you have what you call like a field of vision. And that on the left eye is going to be like something kind of like that, I guess. I'm not the best artist, so sorry if this is kind of rough. And then there is some overlap from what these two see, like up here. Like that's here. And this is here. So that's how things start off. Like you see something and it gets processed. And what you see on the left side ends up getting processed by the right side of the brain, which I'll draw now, and vice versa. So that's your brain. And then I'll draw in their retinas here. Now the retinas have a bunch of cones and rods in them. And the cones and rods are connected to ganglion cells, which form the optic fiber, or sorry, optic nerve. Optic nerve. And this right here was the retina, like I said. And one thing to keep in mind is that this part right here, where information, where the retina or optic nerves exit your eye, that's a blind spot for people, but your brain just kind of fills in the picture because, like, you need to be able to see everything. Or at least not know it's a gaping blind spot when you're looking at stuff. So we'll start now. The optic nerves travel down, and where they meet is called the optic chiasm. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think I am, hopefully. Otherwise this will be awkward. And then they continue to travel down where they, sorry guys, where they are processed by the LGN, or the lateral geniculate nucleus. I'm going to call it LGN because that is a mouthful. Now the LGN is a part of the thalamus, and it will either send this information to other parts of the thalamus or to the visual cortex, which is kind of where like they end up here. So if it gets sent to the visual cortex, it goes down, and this, I should make these closer. Oh no, I dropped a pen. So like I was saying, it's processed by the LGN, which is a part of the thalamus, and either goes to other parts of the thalamus or it goes to the visual cortex. Now if we go back to the top here, you can see I only filled in the inside area of where the optic nerves go. That's just because I wanted to point out that the inside is called the nasal half. You also have a temporal half. One way I remember this is that nasal close to the nose, like picture this is your nose right there. So that's how I remember it. And the other side is the temporal side. So this part right here, this side, is the temporal half. Temporal half. Just like this side right here is also part of the temporal half. Sorry, my hand's blocking this. Temporal half. And that part of the optic nerve also goes down to the LGN and then ends up going over this way. And then this side goes over that way too. And then this side here is your left visual cortex of the right vision field or visual field. Didn't leave myself enough room. And then this one is the right visual cortex of the left visual field. So this was your left visual field and this was your right visual field, and then they end up on the opposite sides. So this was a simplified explanation of how mammalian brains, or how mammals process visual information. I hope that you could learn something and decipher this very messy diagram. Thank you.